Hi, this is Master Jason and welcome to Mathematics for Young Achievers with Merritt Education Center. In this video, I'm going to show you on how to multiply and divide fractions. Are you ready? Let's get started! To multiply fractions, we have 3 steps to remember. Multiply, multiply, and simplify. Multiply the numerators. Multiply the denominators. Simplify the answer. Let's read it again. Multiply the numerators. Multiply the denominators. Simplify the answer. Do not forget the 3 steps. Multiply, multiply, and simplify. This time, let's review the multiplication sign rule. If the signs are the same, the result is positive. That means positive times positive equals positive. Negative times negative equals positive. Letter B. If the signs are different, the result is negative. That means positive times negative equals negative, and negative times positive equals negative. Do not forget this multiplication sign rule. In multiplying fractions, there are 3 situations that we need to look at. Letter A. Whole number multiplied by a fraction. Letter B. Fraction multiplied by a fraction. Letter C. Fraction multiplied by a mixed number. Now, let's take a look at some examples. Here's an example. We have 9 times 2 over 5. In this example, we have a whole number. So we need to write whole number as a fraction. To do that, just write 1 as a denominator of 9. So we have 9 over 1 times 2 over 5. To multiply 2 fractions, we just multiply 2 numerators and multiply 2 denominators. What do you think is the answer? Great thinking! We have 18 over 5. Since 18 over 5 can be simplified any further, so we need to simplify our answer. Can you guess what's the final answer? That's right! We have 3 and 3 over 5. So this is our final answer. Did you get it? Great! Here's another example. We have negative 2 over 5 times 10 over 11. To multiply these 2 fractions, we can cancel out common factors in the numerator and denominator. In this case, 10 and 5 have a common factor. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. And 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Our next step is to multiply 2 numerators and multiply 2 denominators. Always remember, negative times positive is equal to negative. So what do you think is the answer? Excellent! We have negative 4 over 11. Since 4 over 11 cannot be simplified any further, So this is our final answer. Do you want to learn more? Let's take a look. This is another example. Next, we have 2 over 3 times 2 and 1 over 3. In this example, we have a mixed number, so we need to write it as improper fraction. To do that, multiply a whole number and the denominator and add the numerator. After that, write the answer as numerator and copy the denominator 3. What do you think is the answer? Excellent! We have 7 over 3. The next step is to multiply two numerators and multiply two denominators, and we get 14 over 9. Since 14 over 9 can be simplified in further, what do you think is our final answer? Great thinking! We have 1 and 5 over 9. So this is our final answer. Do you want to learn more? Let's learn how to divide fraction. This time, let's dive in. This time, let's dig in how to divide fraction. To divide fractions, we have 3 steps to remember: keep, change, and flip. Keep the first fraction the same. Change the division to a multiplication. Flip the second fraction. Again, keep the first fraction the same. Next, change the division to a multiplication. And last, we flip the second fraction. Always remember, keep, change, and flip. This time, let's have a quick review about division sign rule. Letter A. If the signs are the same, the result is positive. That means positive divided by positive equals positive. Negative divided by negative equals positive. Letter B. If the signs are different, the result is negative. That means positive divided by negative equals negative. Negative divided by positive equals negative. Do not forget this division sign rule. In dividing fractions, we have 3 situations that we need to look at. Letter A. Whole number divided by a fraction. Letter B. Fraction divided by a fraction. And letter C. Fraction divided by a mixed number. Are you ready to learn on how to divide fractions? Let's dive in. Example, we have 56 divided by 7 over 8. Our first task is to write 56 as fraction. We have 56 over 1. To divide these fractions, we need to follow 3 steps: keep, change, and flip. Are you ready? We need to keep the first fraction the same. We have 56 over 1. Next is we need to change the division sign to multiplication sign. Next, we need to flip the second fraction to get the reciprocal. So we have 8 over 7. What do you think is the next step? That's correct. We need to cancel out common factors in the numerator and denominator. In this case, 56 and 7 have a common factor. 7 divided by 7 is equal to 1. 56 divided by 7 is equal to 8. This time, let's multiply two numerators and multiply two denominators. What do you think is the answer? Excellent! We have 64 over 1 or 64. So this is our final answer. Did you get it? Great! Let's learn another one. Example, we have negative 5 over 6 divided by negative 10 over 9. In this example, we divide to negative fractions. Always remember, negative divided by negative is equal to positive. To divide these two fractions, we need to follow 3 steps. Keep, change, and flip. Are you ready? Keep the first fraction the same. We have 5 over 6. Next, we need to change the division sign to multiplication sign. Next, we need to flip the second fraction to get the reciprocal. So we have 9 over 10. This time, let's cancel out common factors in the numerator and denominator. In this case, 10 and 5 have a common factor. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Next, we have 6 and 9. 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Our next step is to multiply two numerators and two denominators. What do you think is our final answer? Excellent! We have 3 over 4. 3 over 4 is our final answer because we cannot simplify this any further. Did you get it? Great! Let's learn another one. Our last example, we have 12 over 20 divided by 3 and 1 over 5. Notice that this example have a mixed number, so we need to convert this as improper fraction. What do you think is the answer? That's right, we have 16 over 5. To divide these two fractions, we need to follow 3 steps. Keep, change, and flip. We need to keep the first fraction the same, 12 over 20. We need to change the division sign to multiplication sign. And we need to flip the second fraction to get the reciprocal. So we have 5 over 16. This time, let's cancel out common factors in the numerator and denominator. In this case, 12 and 16 have a common factor. 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Next, we have 5 and 20. 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Now, let's multiply to numerators and multiply to denominators. What do you think is the answer? Fabulous! We have 3 over 16. Since 3 over 16 cannot be simplified any further, therefore, this is our final answer. Now, you learned how to divide fraction, and you deserve a hug. Alright, that's all for this video. Happy learning, students! See you next time!